Good afternoon and welcome to the Casual Chef's Kitchen. You know who I am. I don't need to introduce myself. I'm trying a little bit of mood lighting here in the Casual Chef's Kitchen. I don't need to have all the lights on in my kitchen. You've seen my kitchen before. It's nothing new. So yeah, tonight, I am preparing a Casual Chef original. What am I making? Oh yeah, I am preparing a Kielbasa stir fry. And I've got a twist for you. I'm gonna wait till the end. I'm not gonna show you mise en place. You saw the mise en place this morning in the opening video. So I'm just gonna get straight to it. One of the things that I added to this recipe yesterday or last night is, let me switch cameras. I'm being very casual, so just let's have fun with this. This is Aleppo chili pepper flakes, and basically it's a rough grind. I had this as an ingredient in last night's menemen from Turkey. Oh wow, this is amazing. The smell, again, I wish there was smell-o-vision. This is an excellent, it's a little sweet, just there's not a lot of heat. This is a medium level heat. So once I had this last night, I had to put it into tonight's dish. So there's a story behind these spoons. I have about 6 or 8 of these. When Serena was little, she found our little sugar spoon with a very similar pattern. And I used to work in Sacramento across the street from Cresco Restaurant Supply at Sacramento Theatrical Lighting. I bought her a box of these because she used to eat like pudding cups and stuff with these little itty bitty spoons. I use them, if I don't want to actual measure, I will use them for herbs and spices. It just helps me eyeball and kind of scoop out what I need. So that's the story behind these little spoons. It's amazing how all my teaspoons disappeared when Serena lived here. Yeah. Minced garlic. You know, as you know, I pre-mince all of my garlic. I buy it at a pound at a time. It's a Christopher Ranch product. You can get it at Raley's in Bel Air. Unfortunately, I cannot get it at Winco. Christopher Ranch also puts out, it's a bag about a ½ pound to a pound. And instead of being just bulk cloves of garlic, they're individual pouches which will have 4 to 6 individual vacuum sealed cloves of garlic. I use those for a while, so I'm going to use plenty of garlic in this. Think that's enough? How about a little bit more? All right, we got garlic. Next thing I'm going to do, actually, I already had this. I had some leftover ginger. So I have some grated ginger. It's a little brown, but it's okay. It's just a little oxidized. So we got ginger going in this. This is to keep it nice and moist. And what I'm going to do, half a red onion. That aside. Now I'm going to clean this up. I like red onions because they're a little bit sweeter. It's not a true sweet onion, if you know what I'm talking about, which I'm sure you all do. But they are sweeter than yellow, a standard yellow. And they have just a little bit different flavor. So I'm going to do my half slice. So 1 slice down the middle, I'm going to do these little, not quite thin. There's the onion. A tribute to our Bayou friend who long passed away. And in the back they go. Next item I'm going to work with, carrot. I'm going to do a real quick peel. Like I mentioned a few days ago, I just like the old-fashioned peeler. I am a big fan of Big Grip products. It's just, I'm more comfortable with the old-fashioned style. Let me clean up these peels. I'll trim off the ends. If you're wondering, I have a garbage bowl in my sink. I'm going to cut these down lengthwise. I wanted to basically do the same cut that I did the other day. Angle cut. Nice and pretty. Doing 2 at a time. Get this back in the camera view. For those who weren't online yesterday when I did the dinner, I don't get the chats via Facebook, so if you want to message me on Messenger, so there's the carrots. My phone is right next to me. Next is zucchini. Oops, straight carrot. Clip the ends. I'm going to basically do the same cut. And away she goes. So when I actually plan my meals each week, and today is Wednesday, so I have already put my next week's menu. Oops, wrong one. We're going to go with the peppers next. Yellow and red. I cut these in half yesterday because I used bell peppers in, and I'm going to do just a rough chop on these. Basically into thirds. What was I talking about? I don't remember. That's how casual it is here. I don't know. There's no script, no cue cards. Just me, the food, and my knife. I do want to say one thing about knives real quick. I got kind of been thinking about this morning. Because you notice I had 2 blades on the board when this started. I like to use this new Japanese chef's knife for vegetables. And then when I go to the Kielbasa, I'm going to switch back over to a French or what they call a Western chef knife. I prefer the Western style working with protein. There's the bell pepper. Switching blades. Now we got the kielbasa. Switching knives to the Western. This is my Shun 8-inch. I'll get to you later. I'm going to cut just like the rest. I'm going to cut this, slice this in half, and do the same thing. Typically, I personally don't like real small bits and pieces in my food. I want to be able to chew on things. Now, if a particular recipe, because of the expedition recipes, you know, if they call for a dice, I'll do a dice. Cut this little knob off. There's the kielbasa. Well, the basic, I'm gonna switch cameras here. The basic prep is done. Like I said, I have I have a neat little twist. I have 2 more items that I want to show you, and then we'll be finished. So hold on a second. Let me switch cameras. Oops. Come on. There we go. All right, tonight, I've discovered this a few weeks ago. This is a Panda Express sauce. It's nice to be able to actually show you folks that this is the honey sesame sauce. This is really good. I really enjoyed it. It doesn't take a lot. When I used it the first time, I had I believe I had some chili pepper in it with it. So this is going to really complement the Aleppo chili flakes that I'm using. This nice little sweetness with just a tad of heat. It's going to be very beautiful. All right, now the twist. Earlier this morning, I said I was going to, and I even showed, I was going to put this over egg noodles. And I mentioned that this is a fusion dish. So I've taken it one step further. Udon noodles. That's right. Udon noodles. These are a wonderful little package. This is about 7.5 ounces. You can find them in the fresh produce section, or you sometimes can find them in the ethnic section with the Chinese foods, food products, whatnot. They're not that expensive, and they're wonderful. And they are microwavable about 90 seconds on high. And you got really good udon noodles. And if you're curious, this is the manufacturer. These are actually found in the ethnic section, and they're shelf stable for a long time. And even the ones that for the refrigeration that are in the refrigerated section in the produce department are shelf stable for a long time. So I hope you had some fun. Like I said, I'm trying to stay casual. The shirt says, "Cooking is my therapy." It's one of my favorite shirts. So on this Wednesday, that's right, yeah, Wednesday. Have a great day, eat great food, and have fun cooking.